Hi, I'm enjoying a bit of peace and sunshine after a hard day's canvassing, so I thought I'd make a quick video about it for any budding politics nerds out there. Canvassing means when us annoying political types knock on your door uninvited for a chat. As of last weekend, Danny Davies and I knocked on every single door in Hatch Warren and Beggarwood since the start of last summer, which we're really proud of. So I wanted to give you a very quick peek behind the local councillor, politics, door knocking work curtain. With a local election coming up, it is the season that you sometimes see a lot more of us about the place. I'm Stacey Hart, I'm Borough Councillor for the All In Party in the lovely ward of Hatch Warren and Beggarwood. I canvass a lot, most often with the awesome Danny Davies, who is All In's Borough Council election candidate. Having worked and volunteered alongside me since 2022, first with the Women's Equality Party and now with the All In Party, Danny knows the area and the issues every bit as well as I do, and we are very much hoping that Danny will win a seat to represent Hatch Warren and Beggarwood alongside me at the Borough Council on the 7th of May. For Danny and I, and all of us here at All In, canvassing has never been something that we only do ahead of elections. It's not about knock, can we have your vote? We knock the doors year round because it is the single best way of connecting with residents, finding out what their local issues are, and in some cases letting people know that you even exist. Local politics can be really confusing, and a lot of people are understandably a bit switched off from it. So although lots of you know who to come to for what issues, or know where to find our details online, or you see me writing in the Rabbiter, or see us hanging out at community events saying come and chat, many people either aren't aware of or are not in the habit of instinctively reaching out to a councillor when they need something, and sadly in some cases people are so disillusioned by local politics or politics in general that they think, well, what's the point? So we knock the doors year round, and if people are interested, we have a conversation about anything that's going on with them. That might be problems that they have that I can help with directly as a councillor, or I can signpost to help indirectly. It might be problems they have that I can't help at all with, despite my best efforts, but we have a chat anyway. It's also about getting to know the local community, not just their problems, but their ideas. For Danny and me, being a local councillor is about being a facilitator, like a community link. We want ideas for making the place better, or for needs that we could fill, or interesting work, or social link-ups, and you do that best by finding out who likes to record music, and who works as a carer, and who has a certain kind of health expertise that gives you insight into a particular need you weren't aware of and you might go on to campaign for. It's about conversations and community. It's also one of the hardest things we do. The conversations are the easy, fun bit. The hard part is the number of residents and houses versus the days, the hours in the days and the days in the year. So a bit of maths. There are about 4,320 odd houses in Hatch Warren and Beggarwood, and depending on various factors, Danny and I can knock on about 80 to 100 doors each in a 6 or 7 hour canvassing day. Between 20 to 30% of people will answer the door. The rest will get a "sorry we missed you" leaflet. So to knock on every door in the ward, which we usually do on a Saturday or Sunday, it takes about 50 or 60 days, and at the end of it you've still only spoken to about 20 or 30% of households. Plus of course you've only usually spoken to one person within that household. So it takes a lot of time. It is a lot of ground to cover, which is another reason we do it year round. We do make a concerted effort in the period before an election, which obviously is right now, to remind people that it's coming up and let them know that we are canvassing, because when people realise there's an election coming up, that is when they start looking around to see who their candidates are, looking for information on policies and such, to make their decision. I forget sometimes that most people don't think about that all the time. They don't think about local politics until there's an election coming up, and don't live neck deep in it like the rest of us, or some of us. Well, we do sometimes have extra volunteers with us, especially in the run-up to an election, because that's when people get inspired to help out. But it's not work that everyone's keen on. Plus, of course, the glorious British weather can take you out at any moment. We do canvass in all weathers to the degree that we can, but nobody wants to chat on their doorstep during a storm or when it's like sub-zero, and that's fair. So that is a bit of behind the scenes scuttlebutt on how Danny Davies and I and the All In Party do this work and why we canvass. If any of you is interested in helping out, we'd love to see you. But as always, for any questions, drop us a line. Thanks for watching.